Hey everybody, how's it going? Hello, hello, welcome on in. Welcome on into WagWorksGA. I'm Geoff, or Wags, Geoff with a G, which makes me the G in WagWorksGA. My wife Ashley is the A, and we are, pardon me, my arm was like trying to force me to drink, and I was still talking. Anyway, yeah, so Ashley is the writer of our team, and we are a husband-wife writer-illustrator team working on kids' comics and graphic novels. So you're mostly going to see me here on stream, one, because I am the night owl of the family, and two, because I'm going to be doing the art. So sometimes you'll see me working on kids' comics, some of our short form ones that we do with a group of friends, called Core Toons, that have like a little educational thing to them. Sometimes you'll see me working on graphic novel stuff, sometimes slice of life comics, sometimes just video game fan art, which is actually where we're going to be going tonight. We tend to draw a lot of Pokemon on this stream, which which is always good times. But hey, welcome on in. I hope you're having a good night. Hope you're doing well. I myself am doing okay. It's been a couple days of like a random stomach thing. I think I super irritated it with some just kind of eating really spicy stuff for a week and not getting good rest, and also lots of acidic stuff too. Maybe like 2 mason jars of coffee a day. The secret to my vitality. Anyway, yeah, so sometimes my stomach does this thing where it feels like I just got punched in it over the last 2 or 3 days. So that's not great. But I'm doing my best, and I'm feeling okay now. So we're gonna see if we can do at least a short stream. Probably try to get some rest a little bit earlier tonight. But wanted to show up. This is a happy place for me. So I definitely wanted to, if I'm feeling well, get in and do something. Yeah. So I think that's the whole deal here. Usually I would do a warm-up at this point, but my plan for tonight is to work on some thumbnails, so I'm not actually, I'm going to kind of warm up as I go. Also, since this is going to be a shorter stream, I just wanted to kind of start jumping into things. And it'll be a little bit of a brainstorming stream too, in that I'll be figuring out exactly what I'm drawing. We'll be doing it live, guys. That's right. Okay. So, what I'm doing tonight is a stream for I'm working on thumbnail ideas for art piece donations for Games Done Quick, Summer Games Done Quick specifically. They are a video game charity organization. They run speedrunning marathons. They run 2 big ones a year: Awesome Games Done Quick in the winter and Summer Games Done Quick in the summer. Week-long, 24-hour-a-day events that raise millions of dollars for charities. I believe the summer one is usually for Doctors Without Borders, and the winter one is usually Prevent Cancer. I love GDQ. They are what, got Twitch on my radar like 10 years ago. They are such a great community, and I've been donating pieces for the last few events. So I've done 3 donations so far that have gone on the marathon event as prize for, you can be entered to win when you donate during certain blocks. So it's been a real honor to be able to contribute something there, and I want to keep doing it. So tonight we'll be picking out what piece to be working on, and what game sort that I'll be picking from to do a piece, and thumbnailing out some ideas. I got a little bit of like orange ginger tea going on. See if that'll calm down the stomach a little bit. Last time we did this for Winter Games Done Quick. I'm just going to do the same thing. We're going to head right on over to their site and take a look at the game schedule. So here's their site. So I've got a month to submit. Now that's not when the final printed piece has to be there, thankfully. The event starts June 30th, so the goal is to get it to them before the start of the event, or get it to their prize coordinator so they can actually bring it there, so it's there in the studio in Minneapolis this year. So I've got a little time, excuse me. I'm planning on working on this mostly on stream, as I am working on trying to wrap up a graphic novel pitch packet off of stream. I worked a little bit on that last week, but some of the parts I'm on now require a little more thought, and it's a bit harder to do right now while I'm live. So yeah, I'm going to be working on this one mostly on stream between now and early to mid-June, and then we'll get it submitted, and they give the thumbs up, and I get it printed and send it. So what I'm looking at is the games list right here. I'm just going to start looking through and thinking about some games that I might want to do art for, or that I'm familiar with, something that connects personally, that I can see a piece to do. Celeste. That's a pretty good one. Maybe Celeste. Oh, and they've got Echo. That's fun. It's a big Double Dragon fan back in the day, although I'm not sure. Not sure I'm feeling that for a piece. Kaizo Mario Galaxy. I do absolutely love Mario Galaxy. Kingdom Hearts, of course. Well, 2. Ooh, really good Kirby representation this year. Okay. Kirby's Adventure, Kirby Air Ride, Kirby 64. Mario Kart DS, that's fun. Mega Man. Minecraft Dungeons, okay, that's fun. Pokemon Violet, Pokemon White 2. Alright, there's a lot of good stuff on here. Okay. Oh, Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Oh man. I played so much of that game when I was in school. Mario 64 randomizer. Really solid Mario block. Okay. Really, really, really solid Mario block. Super Metroid. Link to the Past. Oh, wow. Really good Zelda block too. It's a co-op randomizer. Oh man. That should be lots of fun. Virtual Boy Wario Land. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. There is definitely a whole lot to choose from. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hop over into Clip Studio Paint. There we go. Welcome back, everyone. By the way, for anyone keeping notes at home, I finally did it. I finally fixed the Core Toons spot instead of just having it trigger the Core Toons command. It'll just say the message. Why complicate my life? Okay. So we're over here in Clip Studio Paint, which, as I like to mention, is my art program of choice. And what I'm gonna do is just start making a list of the games. Why are we justified that way? Yeah, okay, good enough. Alright, and I'm gonna be looking back at the list here for a second. Okay, let's start at the beginning. And I'm not gonna necessarily thumbnail out every single one of these games because, quite frankly, a month is not quite enough time for that. Oh, and I'm doing it in white. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. If I delete that, will it still? Okay. Nope. Nope. Yep. There we go. Yay! Look at me go. Okay, so there's one. Should remember all my preferences there. Pardon me. Mario Galaxy for sure. Hello? You remember that thing I said about where it would remember what I typed? That was incorrect. But it will work if I do it this way. Yay! Kingdom Hearts 2. I'm just gonna say Kirby block because there's quite a few games there. Probably would end up going with Kirby's Adventure, but yeah, we're a big Kirby household. That's hilarious. Like just after I put Mario Galaxy in there, the music playing is a track from Mario Galaxy. Talk about synchronicity. Okay, Kirby. Mario Kart, Mega Man. Oh, I missed you first time. Metroid Fusion 100%. That'll be fun to watch. So yeah, what I'm doing. This is like the very start of the creative process. Which Mega Mans are they doing specifically? 4, 9, and X5. So 4 would probably be the more likely one of all those. I'm a lot more familiar with that. Yeah, so first things first, I'm just gonna make the list of the games. Then I'm gonna divide out a space for the size of the thumbnails that I want to do. That's in the proper aspect ratio for the piece, which last time I did a 16 by 20 canvas print, it was pretty huge, but I kind of loved that. So I might start going that way. And the nice thing is it's easy to shrink it down to an 8 by 10 if I start feeling like that's just way too big. Like Metroid Fusion, like Minecraft Dungeons, but I'm not sure that's what I want to do an art piece for. Obviously Pokemon. This is Violet, right? Violet. And Pokemon White 2. I have fully no qualms about giving Pokemon games 2 slots on this list. Because that's how I roll. Yeah. Power Wash Simulator. It could be an interesting one to do a piece for, but not sure. So Sonic 3 and Knuckles, that's another all-time favorite. This is a lot to work with. So yeah, again, this is just the creative process. So I'm gonna narrow these down. I'm gonna rank them out just for fun, and well, not just for fun. And I'm gonna work down from first to, we'll see how many thumbnails I get through tonight. Splatoon 3 is in here as well. I haven't played it, but I have a kid who absolutely loves the manga. Put it in here for consideration. And also it has a really fun, distinct visual style, so it's not just family favorite. Stardew Valley, Mario 64, Mario Maker, original Super Mario, Super Mario RPG Remake, Super Mario Maker 2, Super Mario World. Oof. Say no to that one, so I'm gonna put Super Mario World in there. Okay. And the Zelda block too. Okay, if I'm picking from Zelda, I have to go Link to the Past probably for the my sentimental favorite. I mean, Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess, this is all like incredible. But yeah, Link to the Past is probably my emotional favorite. So let's go with that. All right, this is more than enough. All right, that's okay. So pen. Let's do blue. Blue's good. And go back to my favorite G pen. Okay, so let's try to quick rank these. I'm terrible at prioritizing and decision making, so this ought to be an adventure. Okay. Okay, so we got at least 3 Mario games. And I could use the fact that I've got some Paldean Pokemon. I do have some sketches I've started for Sleeping Ones that I could use for a GDQ piece. So, and Pokemon Scarlet has been top played game in our house a bit lately. Excuse me, my goodness. Okay. So I'm gonna say it's between Pokemon Violet and Mario Galaxy for 1 and 2. I'm gonna give a slight edge to Violet. Mario Galaxy can go 2. That's a big brush size. 3, maybe 4 on Kingdom Hearts. I do love me some Kingdom Hearts. 5, probably. I don't think I can in good conscience give Mario another turn before I consider someone else. So maybe 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, just because we've done Kirby. I've done Kirby pretty recently. 10. Both good series, distinct in their own rights. Let's go 11, 12. Okay. And now I'm gonna turn this into a Clip Studio Paint book because I like having everything collected together in one spot. Don't mind me just browsing through here. I guess if I wanted to be really efficient, I could have looked back at my, maybe I will do that just to see my AGDQ list and see if there's any overlap, if there's anything I've already thumbnailed out that's on the list. What did we do? Okay, yeah, no. So we had Rescue Rangers, DuckTales, Sonic Adventure 2, Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, Paper Mario, Mario and Luigi, Superstar Saga, and Mario Sunshine. And of course, we ended up doing the Pokemon Diamond peripheral piece for this, which is huge. It's a 16 by 20 at like 600 dpi. Yes. We gonna do it? Can we make it? Clip Studio, you there? It's thinking about it. In the meantime, I'm gonna have a sip of my tea. Hey, there we go. This is what I printed as a canvas and donated to Awesome Games Done Quick. So we're looking at creating a little something like this. Okay. But I can't really recycle any of these, which is fine. Maybe I will move the page management over here. Okay, so. Let's turn on the grid. Because what I'm going to do now is size out a gray box, which will be the basis for where I put my draw my thumbnails, just to give me an idea of the page size that I'm looking at. Actually, I could just draw a box. That works just as well. Turn off my rounded corners. Bring this down a little bit. Is that good? Okay, yeah, that'll be fine. So, 16 by 20 or 20 by 16. Its aspect ratio there would just be 5 to 4. So if I just drag out in multiples of that, I should be good. So let's give a little bigger left margin. I am snapping to the grid here. Cool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, that'll be pretty good. So then it's going to be 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Come see live math, everyone. I don't need a folder for that, do I? Oh, but I did make it as a... Okay, not a big deal. I meant to make it as a vector layer, so I'm just going to redraw, but I've already measured it out, so I can just do that, turn you off, and there we go. So I'm going to drag you out, because I don't actually need a folder for this. And I don't actually need this layer, and now I've just got this layer. I will put a raster underneath. But now I can just use the object tool, copy and paste. There we go. And I'll nudge these over just a bit so they fit kind of evenly there, and I can just copy and paste you. Fine. And I can paste one more time. Alright, a little more real estate for these than what I did for the last batch, but I think that's okay. Yeah. Alright. Because I'm not actually probably going to take... Not just probably. not going to draw 12 thumbnails tonight. But I could do a second sheet if I really wanted to, another night. All right, so that means number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and number 6. All right. There we go. That's what I was going for. Okay. Look at us, getting organized, making decisions, like champs. I'm gonna make this red. I do like red for this. Now, will it let me change the text? Sometimes it can be a little finicky about this. Yeah. Okay. I will have to do each one individually. Coming in. Wow, that's real tiny. Okay. You know what? It is probably not worth the time spent trying to do that, so I'm gonna stop right now. Okay. Well, we're ready. We're ready to start thumbnailing. Not too bad. Not too bad for quite a few decisions to make to get us started. I did blue last time. Let's do these guys on a nice purple. Why not? Okay. I've got sketches layer going on here. All right. So, and actually I can now drag this back in. There's no real reason for this to be separate. Okay, so what do I like about what? Excuse me. I'm trying to think of. Granted, I've only played a bit into the game. I've seen my kids play quite a bit into the game. Gosh, I'm just trying to think of some of my favorite moments and scenes that I've seen from the game so far. Interesting. I picked a number 1, and yet somehow I'm blanking. Well, instead of spending time just sitting here thinking, I'm going to move on to the next one while I let that just kind of come together in the back of my head. Mario Galaxy. This was a game that was, I remember when it first came up for Wii, it's just so beautiful. I was such a huge fan. So I think, the observatory itself comes to mind. It's been a while since I've played, but I remember the Fire and Ice Galaxy. That was a favorite. So I'm just going to look up, what I was going to do anyway is pull up some references. So let's go ahead and do that. Freeze Flame Galaxy. That's the name of it. Okay. That was a fun one. I remember that one being kind of one of my favorites personally, but might be a bit challenging to draw or really capture it. It does have a lot of nice contrast with the ice and fire together, but also I don't want to lose too much of the galaxy aspect, so let's just look up some observatory. My typing is not spot on right now. That's okay. Yeah, because I think some of my favorite moments were actually in between levels, just standing there at the observatory and kind of staring out at this beautiful, space situation. What could I do with that? Okay. Comet Observatory. So I'm going to do this through the reference view as opposed to the... usually I just paste them right into the image, which is fine, but I think it can keep it a little neater and tidier sometimes if you just save them. Pardon me. This is also the story time with the Lumas is such a iconic, sweet moment. Rosalina is probably one of my favorite characters in the Mario universe. Okay. Okay, we go with that. We can work with that. And also I'm going to pull up just the standard box art just to... They did a really good feel of capturing the freedom and the exploration of the space environment there. So I want to keep that in mind as I'm doing this, especially if this is the piece that I'm selecting. All right, so I've got some references for Gesundheit stuff. So let's go ahead and bring in these guys. Okay, yeah, so this is what I'm talking about. Story time at the observatory. Don't need a crazy amount of detail. There's Rosalina at the front of the observatory, and there she is, like, kind of guiding you on your missions. So one of the things, it took me a really long time, especially since I'm not, pardon me, since I'm not really, I am a self-taught artist, I should say, so when I'm not. So it took me a long time to get over the fear of using reference. And then as I've done like a lot of webinars and stuff for like Kids Comics Unite, there's been some really good notes on how to really, get the most benefit from references. And one of those is get lots of references. Is often a really good way to do things, where you can use it to get a real feel for the shape and the unique identifying features of whatever it is that you're wanting to draw. And then you can draw it, and it can still be your own. You're not copying from the reference, but you're just you're using that information to gain a better understanding of it. Because like, how many times have I been like, I know how to draw a bird, and then you go to try to draw one, you're like, how did that go again? Okay. So I kind of want to get something with Mario and a few Lumas and Rosalina. Could add Luigi in there as well. Have them kind of at the observatory, looking off at this, kind of sunrise over a planet type situation. So I want to get, it's tough because I want to get some of the detail of the shape and oops, I can turn the grid off. I can turn snap to grid off. Or I just turn the grid off. It's fine. Like I want to get some of the detail and the architecture of the Comet Observatory in here because it's super cool. But I want to get close enough that I can like still see the characters, right? It can't be super duper zoomed out. So I could put them up on this kind of ring platform up here. That might be the best way. Because otherwise, if I try to get them on one of these platforms, it feels like it's just not quite going to work. So maybe that's what I can do. And that'll let me zoom in close enough to actually get the characters in there. So you got the kind of ball thing coming down here, and the platform kind of comes around. I will say we had Galaxy for the Wii, but then the disc reader on the Wii just completely died, and ended up selling it. And then I missed getting it on the Mario 3D All Stars when that was something you could actually get on the for a reasonable price on the eShop. So it is one game that I kind of miss. Okay, I mean that's kind of the dimension of it, but that's still not wide enough for like 3 people and several sentient star beings to stand on. So how do I gotta do that? I can probably just zoom in closer. I'll be erasing a lot of that stuff anyway. Nope, that's the way we do it. Yeah, there we go. Just stick figure guys in here. Maybe put Luigi doing something goofy, like leaning right here. We'll see. Maybe. And then like the Luma's. That's a terribly deformed Luma. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm so sorry for what happened to you. There we go. Maypo like hanging out down here by the ground. And then we kind of get this big, expansive. Put it about 2/3 up from the bottom to get kind of that scale. There you go. Sun rising. Now they have that kind of just a generic cloudy, wavy texture on the planet. I could probably do something different there. And there's also some details on this spire that I will need to look up should this be the piece that I'm doing. But we will see. It is time to move on. Okay. And I will say, like thinking more about it, like, you know, I did art for Pokemon Diamond and Pearl before, and I didn't actually play that one, but it was more the focus on the starters. So of course I realize I can just focus on some of the unique Pokemon or environments in that game. Because I'm realizing similarly, White 2, Black 2 is were entries in the series that we own Black 2. I've played like several hours into it, and then I stopped commuting on a bus an hour each day and ran out of time to actually progress, and that's where my progress stopped like 8 years ago. So okay, not making this easy for myself. Although it is really interesting as I do this, kind of feeling you know, getting a little guidance from what I can easily do and not do. Okay. So Pokemon Violet. Let's just let Google image search show me a bunch of images of what comes up and see what sparks my memory. In a lot of ways, I think what speaks to me about it is more actually just the, you know, there's a lot of time spent going through traveling through open space. Like there's a real feeling of adventure and exploration. So I could work with something, I could try to do a piece that kind of touches on that. That's not a bad way to go. Although the friendly rivalry with the player character and Nimona is also a pretty fun one. Oh my gosh, and the Terra battles. That's a very memorable feature as well. Oh, but also, this is Kitakami, isn't it? think they said the which DLC was it? Alright, this is just alphabetized. Oh, goodness gracious. The teal mask. Yeah, so the teal mask is Kitakami. It's the DLC. So if I really wanted to do something, I would do something focusing on Kitakami. So that's which is cool. It's like the Japanese summer festival feel to it. It's got, I haven't played it yet. It's got some unique characters. I've seen some playthroughs of it. I know Ogre Pond is the big legendary that comes from that. So we could do something, I don't know if I'm just feeling like in this kind of wistful, like watching something beautiful type of mode, but so here's the official art for it. So you've got this Japanese summer festival feel. So you know, you think of like the Hanabi, the fireworks. They've got the I am maybe not knowledgeable enough to know for sure that those are like summer yukata, but the summer outfits on, the lanterns, it definitely has a cool feel to it. So I'm thinking something like a festival vibe of like a trainer in the outfit, like watching the fireworks with, you know, maybe some of their Pokemon. So, you know, a final evolution of a starter, maybe one or two others, something like that. So let's go with something like that. And of course, I'm going to pick Meowscarada, because my starter of choice is Sprigatito. So, okay. Maybe we'll do a composition like this, where we're up on like a grassy hill somewhere. There's like a little bit of tree branch here. Then you're gonna have like it is like a temple thing there. Does it go all the way? Is it like triangular? I think it is. Something to that effect. Actually, maybe not that. We'll just do like festival tents kind of coming here. Maybe actually we have the lanterns leading the way in, so we kind of do that. We got lanterns. These are going to look real boxy because that's how I roll. They can kind of curve around even. And then you can have like festival tents. It's real rough in there. It's all good. It's fine. It's fine because I said so. And then shoutouts to my son who does the most incredible fireworks sound effects ever. satellite garb with their you. Yeah, just draw funny hat. Yeah, there we go. That's the idea. Close enough. And maybe Tinkaton, the big hammer down. We'll see. We can always come back to that when we do pencils, if that's what we want to do. Pokemon White 2, go! Sorry, I'm trying to speed things up a little bit. Oh, I do love this. This is pretty iconic from the beginning of the game, if you were to ask me. Okay. This is real good fast decision making practice for me, so good chances for self-improvement. And there we go. Yeah, so it opens with a scene like when you come to pick out your starter, where you've got this kind of wide view of the city you're starting in, and it's really pretty, especially considering it's a DS game. It's incredibly well done. I know you're talking with Bianca, who is of course the professor's messenger carrying your starters to choose from. Okay. Okay. So I definitely think even just rendering this scene out and got the light post there. Actually, probably want the vanishing point. I'm thinking here. I'm thinking I want everything kind of meet up nicely right here, so I'll bring this ridge in like that. So there's trees, yada, yada, yada. She has the case with the Pokeballs. So I actually think Bianca's, like, her design is super cool and cute in this one, so I have her standing there. We'll think of a better pose, and then actually just have the starters out. So we'll have, you know, Oshawott here, and Snivy can be here, hanging off the light post or something like that. And then Tepig maybe be snuggling up, like grabbing her leg or something. Something like that. Okay, that's enough to get started. All right, next up, Kingdom Hearts 2. It's like I really want to do Twilight Town, but then I just start crying when I think about 368 and a half days. But I love it. I love Twilight Town. Yeah, Twilight Town. I also love Traverse Town, and I frequently get them mixed up because, you know, mental block or whatever. Roxas was, you know, always a favorite as well as a character. I mean, is it too stereotypical having them like sitting there on the clock tower? Again, I'm just looking through references right now, so I'm not just staring off into space, for anyone who's concerned. It's like I kind of want to put like Axel and Shion in, or like the faded image of them. Is that too much? Just some reference images of the clock tower, of save this one, right? Hey Janice, how's it going? How are you doing tonight? Also, Wagalicious, that is, if I'm not mistaken, a new one. Eh? Spent both physically and mentally. How about yourself, good sir? I'm okay. Yeah, I did something to my digestive tract this week, and it's been sometimes fine and sometimes feeling like I just got punched in the stomach. So, yeah, right now I'm okay. Getting some little moments. So I may be cutting it a little bit short tonight, but so far so good. This is my chill time, so I wanted to be here and do this. You get that feeling very much so? Yeah. So I think did it was like just an utter week of no regard whatsoever for for my stomach, where it's like, yes, I'm going to start off kind of low on sleep, and then I'm gonna eat like the super spicy, like the bulldog double hot ramen, which I love, by the way. But apparently my tummy was like, hey, you might want to back off a little bit after that. But I'm like, I don't care. And then I just like continued to eat spicy and acidic foods all week, including like, you know, my usual 2 mason jars of coffee that I drink, and not great sleep last week. And then finally this week my stomach's like, yeah, no, we're gonna take it easy now, because I'm going to force you to. So that was cool. Lesson learned, you know. Okay, so I just love the clock tower. Maybe not the view looking out all the way necessarily. Not the view looking in. I wanted to kind of, yeah, maybe something like this. Maybe that kind of view. Although this clock tower is no slouch when it comes to architecture. So that's something to consider. How much time do I want to spend drawing architecture? But at any rate, Janos, I am glad that you are here to hang out for a bit, and I hope you get some time to refresh soon as well. And if I can just apologize about the Walmart greeter comment last week, I meant no harm, but it came out a little bit harsher than I think I intended. Is that the view that I want? Not quite. I don't think I want it straight on. If I do straight on, I think it's gotta have the clock in it, you know? But then you lose the chance to have the characters. So it would be something like that, right? Because then there's like the little thing that comes off. And there's this little diamondy thing, and then this comes out. Okay, so I'm not drawing the detailed architecture now, and it helps to remind myself that. Probably more detail than I need. I just need to see. I'm just trying to get a feel for if this composition is gonna quite work the way that I want it to. So this would come down here probably. Yeah, you'd come out here. It's off center, but then you've got like the ledge where they would usually sit. It's actually 5, 2, 3, 4. Yes, these are great arches. And to answer your question, you don't have to worry about anything you just asked or talked about in the last 15 minutes, because yes, I did in fact absolutely miss and ignore all of it completely. Okay then. So aside from feeling totally spent, what's going on with you this week? I don't even remember who I was gonna draw. Not them. That's a very, very large scale for that. this popsicle stick. Cool, cool, cool. You're spiky, so I know that's you. Nope, that's you. So we've got Alette. Hainer. And Pence with a headband. And then maybe do something like that's not great Shion hair. Like that, yeah. So like they're kind of like lightened in there. Your snake has mites, and that's sadly the most interesting you have to talk about at the moment. I'm sorry to your snake. That sucks. Is it fairly easy to treat that? Houses in the background, it kind of just fades off. You got the sky and the twilighty color. That's Twilight Town for you. Alright, I've got... Okay. You know what? Doing pretty good on pacing here. I should be able to wrap these all fairly reasonably. Alright, so by far favorite zone in Sonic 3 is Ice Cap Zone. But has it been done to death? Quite possibly. Probably specifically the snowboarding Sonic, even though it is just super cool. Yeah, I've seen a lot of art of that moment. So it's very easy to cheat. Just don't have the time, but they aren't going to do any major harm to the snake over time. So you could ignore it if you really wanted to be a terrible snake owner, but you're not. So you're gonna get to it within this week. But not so luckily, they spread super fast. Way more than you expected within the last 2 days. Ugh. That does not sound fun. But I'm glad it's easy to clear up. That's, yeah. So then, maybe not Ice Cap Zone. Even though I love it, and it's great. What if I did Mushroom Hill Zone? Like the fall version of it. I like that one a lot. It has like the fall leaves. That could be a kind of cool element trailing behind. It makes your skin crawl. I'm not, yeah. I try not to think too hard on it. I hate any kind of infestation. They might want to complete your room clean, even though they're only concerned about the enclosure and the reptile. I hear you. Yeah, it's yeah. Yeah, if I think too hard on it, it gets to be like a kind of gross feeling, but you know, they can't help it. They meaning the snake. The mites can probably help it if they chose, but they just out there trying to survive. Yeah. I don't know where I'm going with this, but apparently I'm just still going. So, yeah, cool. Okay, I think I know what I want to do here. Excellent. You're right, they can't, but I sure can, and I handle it with pesticides and blowtorches. Taking care of spiders does not make me hate insects any less. Fair. I mean, you did make that much clearer with your biting commentary, no pun actually intended there, on crickets. Which we don't have to revisit that, but I do recall your feelings on the matter. Okay, but I wasn't doing Ice Cup. That's what I was doing. I was doing this. So maybe have him. Could do like a branch coming up like this. I'll let this hand lead so that the other one is not blocking his face. And then what I'll do is work this iconic moment of Knuckles peeking around. Spray. It's just gonna be beautiful. You may not see it now, but believe me, there's gonna be like the little mushrooms and stuff. Big mushrooms around here. Some paths, maybe another platform. Put like leaf foliage. Yeah. Why am I drawing the texture on these? I don't need to draw the texture on these right now. That's quite fine. In fact, I'm excited. I figured out a good way to skip drawing repetitive textures for the most part. Oh, what's that? Do I hear you wishing to revisit my cultist following of anti-cricket rights? Clearly that's what's going on. I just had to draw the face on Sonic. Okay. You know what? I was worried that it was a slow start, but gosh, I think I actually kind of am almost there. That's exciting. And for Link to the Past, I mean, the Dark World, that first moment you come in is a pretty big moment, I think. Obviously, the first when you go to the castle is a pretty big moment. I think what comes to mind for me first, though, is getting the Master Sword in the Lost Woods. Well, to take my mind off the fact that I have blood-sucking parasites making my snake very, very unhappy, I'm going to happily lurk and draw along. Excellent. What are you drawing tonight? Okay, so references for this one. Coming in. I think this is a piece, I don't remember if it was promo art for the game or if it was part of a Nintendo Power comic. They did like a whole series on Legend of Zelda, I remember, and it was great. I loved it. Some intriguing cult-like emo Rolk from Destiny 2 inspired weirdo that I'm having fun with. In short, more character design. Oh, that's awesome, man. I've never played Destiny 2 at all, or actually I haven't played Destiny 1 either, but I've seen Destiny 1 played. So I have a vague-ish familiarity with the kind of the visual language of those games. Keep it that way. Okay. It's already clearly established that I do not have enough time in my life to get good at any of those types of games, so probably better. Anyway, yeah, whether it was the promo art or the comic, this image of the Master Sword really stuck with me. So then I was thinking, why not just have it where have Link merging out to the Master Sword? I could do it. Oh, which way do I want to do it? Do I want to have the Master Sword in the foreground with Link coming out in the background, or do I want to have Link shadowed in the foreground coming up on the sword? My first instinct was Link in foreground. Yes, this is Link's hat. Thank you very much. And his mullet. I'll have the shield strapped on his back and the clearly not the Master Sword. His hand out. So some foliage here, and then you'll have this whole clearing going on. Like this. With trees, wee! And then you have this is just an octagon, cool. It's kind of like a wall there. The final obstacle, you may not jump over this wall. Actually, maybe I want to move it back a little bit so I can get a little bit of the stairs in there just to give it a little more dramatic presentation. There's no real need to smush everything together, especially since when it's just going to be kind of generic trees in the background, don't you think? So yeah, then there's the That's fine. That's fine. So there's like the plaque, which, you know, I do not have to get the inscription there. There's like steps in the back, but here is the definitely drawn perfectly straight up. Master Sword. Okay. Hey, you know what? For an hour and a half and not even really starting until a bit later, this isn't bad. I got my 6 thumbnails done. Yay! And I made a bunch of decisions. Yay! Look at that. And if I really wanted to, I could go in and do the bottom half of the ranked list. But I'm not gonna do that tonight. I'm not gonna do it. It's all good. Whee! Alright, so I'll give it some thought over, you know, between this week and next week, and we'll be jumping in on pencils either way. And really the question will be whether I'm gonna try to pencil more than one or if I'm just gonna pick my favorite one and go. We have a month till submission, and I need to have the digital art finished for sure for the submission. And since I'm planning on working mostly on stream, I'm aiming to get my pitch packet stuff done by June 1st. And if I do that, that might yield a little more time. But for now, I'm not planning on that extra time. I'm planning on doing this pretty much all on stream. So, cool. As you can probably all tell, I'm a little bit wiped out. So I'm gonna hop over to just chatting. To round out our night, we're gonna wrap it up a little bit early here, so I can go get some rest and hopefully kick whatever is going on in my stomach, heal it up, whatever has gotten it irritated. Yeah, but this was pretty fun. I'm very proud of myself as someone who typically struggles with decision making. We made a whole bunch of decisions tonight. We started from absolutely no forethought or planning whatsoever and built out our list and thumbnailed out our top 6, and I've got a starting point for next week. So that is indeed very encouraging. Yeah, so that's really all I got tonight. I'm gonna wrap it up and get some rest. Janos, if you're there, have fun with your drawing time. Sorry, it's only a short time you can lurk here, but it was good seeing you. I'm glad we got to check in. I hope that you can treat the mites and take good care of that snake. I don't know a way to say that without sounding weird, but I hope all is well for all of you. Anyone else watching, hey, thanks for joining. Thanks for hanging out. I really appreciate it. It means the world to me. I know I said it earlier, but even when I'm not feeling 100%, this is a happy place for me. I'm so glad to be here and share it all with you. So thanks for joining. If you like what you see, feel free to hit that follow button here on Twitch. Or if you're watching on YouTube, feel free to subscribe. Leave a comment. Let me know what you thought. Otherwise, I will be back next Thursday. That is 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern time is my usual stream time. Usually I go for a couple hours when I do that. So yeah, the 23rd will be next Thursday. And yeah, that's my my announcements for tonight. So Yeah, once again, thank you all again for being here. I hope you have a wonderful night. I hope you have a wonderful week. And I will see you all soon. Good night, guys.